Hello everyone. Welcome to Sign1News. I'm Sign1News anchor Christopher D. Johnson. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Apple announced new software features for cognitive, vision, hearing, and mobility accessibility. Users with cognitive disabilities will be able to use iPhones and iPads with greater ease with assistive access, which simplifies apps and experiences. Deaf and non-speaking individuals can type to speak during calls and conversations with live speech. And people who are blind or have low vision can use detection mode to point to text and have it read out loud. The new software features will come later this year. CIA officials posted a slickly produced dramatic recruitment video online to recruit Russian spies. The CIA says the war in Ukraine has produced an opportunity to collect valuable information about Russia. The ad appeals to Russians' patriotism, frustrations by the war, and the oppression they face by the Putin regime. In the past year of the war, the CIA has been encouraging Russians with valuable information to contact them quietly, securely, and anonymously through a portal on the dark web. Instructions have been posted on the CIA's social media accounts. And the new video explains how to do that using the browser called Tor. There is no direct mention of Putin or Ukraine in the ad. And CIA officials insist the ad is not meant to fuel unrest in Russia. They tell CNN the ad simply uses timeless themes they hope will drive Russians into the arms of the CIA. Several social media companies are facing a wrongful death lawsuit by the families of 3 of the victims of the Buffalo shooting massacre a year ago. The 3 victims are Hayward Patterson, Catherine Massey, and Andre McNeil. The lawsuit alleges that the shooter, quote, was not raised by a racist family, had no personal history of negative interaction with black people, but was motivated to carry out the attack by racist, anti-Semitic, and white supremacist propaganda recommended and fed to him by the social media companies. Here are the defendants named in the lawsuit. Meta, parent company of Facebook; Snap, which owns the messaging app Snapchat; Discord; Reddit; Google, which owns YouTube; and Amazon, which owns Twitch. That's the site the shooter used to live stream the Buffalo attack. The website 4chan is also named as a defendant, along with the shooter's parents, the gun store where he purchased the firearm, a weapons manufacturer, and a body armor supplier. CNN reached out to all the defendants in the suit. Of those who responded, Snapchat issued a statement saying, "We have a zero-tolerance policy for hate speech and discrimination of any kind." Google, the owner of YouTube, told CNN in a statement, "Through the years, YouTube has invested in technology, teams, and policies to identify and remove extremist content." Right after the shooting, Discord and Twitch issued statements denouncing white supremacy and violence. At the time, Meta designated the shooting as a terrorist attack and began removing content and links pertaining to it. CNN says it received no word back from the other defendants. Six months after 4 University of Idaho students were brutally murdered, the university honored them with posthumous degrees and certificates. This past weekend was the spring commencement at the school. There were so many emotions as family members received the diplomas for their loved ones who would have been there if they weren't killed. Madison May Mogan received a bachelor's degree in business, graduating cum laude. Ethan Chapin was awarded a certificate in recreation, sport, and tourism management. Zana Coronado received a certificate in marketing. And Kaylee Gonsalves received a Bachelor of General Studies degree. Oakland, California's Major League Baseball team, the Athletics, or the A's, have played there since 1968. But it looks like the A's have found a new home in Las Vegas. The team has reached an agreement with Bally's Corporation for a new ballpark. The stadium will be built on the Las Vegas Strip at the Tropicana casino site. It will seat nearly 30,000 fans and reportedly cost $1.5 billion. The A's hope it could be ready for the 2027 season. But before construction begins, Major League Baseball needs to approve the relocation, and public financing legislation needs to be passed as well. The U.S. government is considering its own free tax filing system. This week, the Internal Revenue Service is set to release a report on a study it conducted on the issue. It looked at whether the IRS could create its own service to prepare and submit taxes directly to the government at no cost. The system would be funded by the $80 billion the agency received from the Inflation Reduction Act. But it is facing backlash from business groups who fear this could diminish companies like H&R Block and TurboTax. Republicans also argue the plan would give even more power to the IRS against ordinary taxpayers. Friends and supporters of former Vice President Mike Pence have reportedly launched a super PAC in support of his possible 2024 presidential run. It brings Pence one step closer to announcing a formal presidential bid. And it would pit him against his former boss, Donald Trump, for the GOP nomination. But the road to the Republican nomination will not be easy. Trump and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who has yet to formally announce a presidential run, are already dominating the campaign trail. And Pence's fractured relationship with Trump since he certified the 2020 election has turned some of Trump's base against Pence. Pence told NBC News in an interview last week that he expects to announce a decision on his presidential bid before the end of June. Summer is right around the corner, and nothing says summer like barbecue. Today, Tuesday, is National Barbecue Day. Barbecue can refer to the way the meat is cooked, as well as the cooking method that is used. Or it can be a social occasion. In the U.S., barbecued meat is thought to have originated in North Carolina. But today, there are other different regions besides North Carolina famous for barbecue, like Kansas City, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee, and Texas. Whichever is your favorite, enjoy some today. Gather your friends and family, set up in the backyard, and start grilling. Thank you, everyone. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. But if you prefer to watch on television or an iPad, you can watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Take care.